Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. Great.
Great. So we're here today with Anne O'Rice, who is presenting with RDHU next week
Mhm.
on brain health and the role of the dental team. So this starts as a three-part series, and it starts next Thursday, May 6th, and it's our night school, so from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. And then the following Thursday, and then it ends on Thursday, May 27th. So we wanted to get Anne on just to give us a bit of an overview on what our attendees can expect from your program.
Thanks for having me. It was great to see you guys. I talk about brain health and this relationship as healthcare providers, as we are in dentistry, and what we can do to help our patients perhaps drive down their risks. So, the first part of the series, we'll kind of do an overview of what is Alzheimer's disease, why this actually matters, and what we do in the dental chair, from taking blood pressure to doing sleep assessments. We'll look at all of that. We'll look at pathogens. We're going to look at the herpes virus. We're going to look at yeast, a lot of different information that's critical to help our patients to drive down their risk. In the second part of the series, we're going to focus a little bit more on women. Half of our patients are women. A lot of us in the business are. And there is a lot of disconnect between what the research is for women in all health. We've looked at it and they've talked about something called bikini medicine, so that we're only important in certain parts, right? There's now compelling research where we're really looking at how we're different, and especially with the brain and in relationship to Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And then on the last part, we're going to talk all about nutrition. We're going to use food for function. We're not going to take pills. We're not going to do supplements. We're going to look at how specific foods make a difference, especially for women, but there's a lot of information in there for men, but especially for women, about how this affects our hormones. What are the best foods to eat, how they can help with from hot flashes to preventing all sorts of different symptoms, and also driving down your risk for brain diseases. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Do you guys have any other questions, anything that you want to know about what we might talk about?
Oh, I think that's a great
Mhm.
overview. I'm really interested, and I know I got some background information from you about your course. What is really fascinating, and what you said to me once, was the fact that, all these studies we have about medication, so dosages, or whether it's diets, what diet is good for weight loss, what diet is good for, all of those studies are on, for the most part, the male body. So the male hormones, the
Correct.
male, but
Right.
not so much women. And that shook me, because I just thought, even if we have some of our male dental hygienists joining us, chances are, you have a mom or a sister or an aunt, or half your clientele are probably female. So I'm just
Right.
really interested in that
Mhm.
aspect of this course.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not all gloom and doom, right? So the research, we were not even allowed during certain period of years of our life, which is basically puberty through menopause, to be included in studies. That was studies of medication. That was all different studies about how things work with us. Well, then that's all now changed, but it's very expensive to do two gender different studies. And so we talk about that a little bit. But this is really important. And also, if you have daughters, there are things that we have got to focus on young. We are talking in our 20s. We have to have this information to live the rest of our lives. A third of our lives as women, we're in a postmenopausal state. We're at 850 million women right now are leading into it or are into it. And there's not science about a third of our lives. And so we're going to look at some new information about that. But what we know is that part of our lives, it's in how that part is going to go is what you did the other 2/3 of your life. So you
Wow.
have to live a certain life up until that point to live a healthier life later. And that's what we're going to talk about. It's not gloom and doom. This is positivity. Lots of information. I am going to have handouts that will be very helpful. Lots of charts, lots of information that you could take home, share it with your patients, share it with your family members. That's the most important part to me, is that you're going to share this with your family.
Mhm. That's great.
Perfect.
I'm
Well,
excited.
me too.
I'll
I'm
I'll
very
be on
excited.
there.
I am too.
Me too.
Good, good,
Me
good.
too.
Thanks so much, Anne. Thanks for joining us
Yeah.
today. I'll
Yes.
see you
Thank
Have a
soon.
great
We'll
you.
see
day,
you
you
next week.
guys.
Okay,
You as
bye.
well.
Bye.
Bye.